thank you so much for coming to the show.
To be in these places at the time that. So yeah, I'm in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, what's up now? I told you the Jamaican accent was going to come out. I'd love to be able to name all the bands, and I can't. But I know I'm going to miss.
You've been called selfless, you've been called kind, loving, all kinds of stuff. We know you're passionate about.
Talk about your little 10-month-old son.
Yeah.
Talk about that, your pride and joy, of course.
I love my son. His name is Jawari, and he was born on Christmas Day. He's one.
Welcome back, everybody, and if you're just joining us, we are at the wonderful One Africa Resort in Elmina in Ghana, West Africa, and my first guest is the fearless leader, I like to call him, Bomani, who is one of the founders of the wonderful establishment called Africa for the Africans. Welcome to PEP Talk.
Yes, my sister. And that's a Ghanaian thing.
That's a Ghanaian thing. So if you're out there watching and you want to get it, come to Ghana, we'll teach you how to do it. But Bomani,
yes.
Africa for the Africans. Tell me a little bit about the inception and the mission of this organization.
Yes, we started October of 2006 with the first tour going out December 2006. Me and my co-worker at that time, Madi USI, which is our co-founder along with myself, organize our thoughts from from our studies and what we talk about all the time. Also stepping up our game and doing for ourselves. And one of the things that we wanted people to really connect with was a good experience in Africa versus what people hear and other people tell them about.
Okay.
So we came up with the idea of Africa for the Africans. He came up with a name, and I added tours and investment. And our mission was to reconnect Africans in the diaspora to their motherland, or to our motherland, for repatriation and Pan-Africanism. And when we talk about repatriation, we're talking about us as Africans from the diaspora returning home with a mission to connect with our people who have repatriated and also our people on the African continent, for the purpose of nation building. And when we talk about Pan-Africanism, us really utilizing our strength and energy as a people to really connect together, to build industries just like any other great nation or any other great people that we see. And the investment part is all here. There's so much opportunities, and if you have skills like most of us do, we can put those skills together and create business enterprise. So it was a great opportunity and great idea, and we just went forward with it. Did our own public relations, marketing, kind of put things together, and build relationships with the people that we knew out there that was interested, and kind of got things in gear. And everything is manifested from that time frame up until today, where we're at July 2011 on the 5th tour, on the 5th year, and the 5th time at One Africa, keeping it strong. This was one of the second place that we came in Ghana, and IMAHKUS has been great. She has been really great, and since we've connected with her, we have formulated beautiful relationships and connected many people, over 100 people from the diaspora we have reconnected here.
Okay. So, apart from all the wonderful things that you're doing, you have a personal story. Tell us the story about you first coming to Africa and your discovery of this place, and what made you decide that you wanted to make this both business and pleasurable, because you came to Africa and saw something and felt that sense of connection. Just talk briefly about that part.
Yes, first trips to the African continent was in Senegal. I was invited by some friends. We worked for a Delta Airline company. So we took the journey, and Senegal reminded me of Jamaica. And later 2 years I came to Ghana, and that reminded me more and more of Jamaica. So it became something that just a remembrance of childhood, and also something where you want to be a part of, to just live your whether it's your middle part of your life, your younger life. It's just somewhere where you see yourself just growing and just building, and just creating opportunities for yourself, your family, and other people in your race.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the tours that you've been on. You started, this is your 5th tour, right? You've done this for 5 years. Do you have a tour that is your favorite? And if so, why?
Yes, the best tour I've seen, or the best efficiency, I would say, was October of 2008 and July 2011.
July 2011, meaning
July
this
2011,
tour
yes,
that we're on.
Yeah, because
Okay.
both those tours are the core group of what we like to do in Ghana. Give people a full 2 weeks around the country and make sure we hit 100% of the itinerary, which altogether gives someone a total feel of the roots, the culture, the business, investment, nightlife, shopping, networking, connecting spiritually to your ancestral lineage in the dungeon. You might connect with your soulmate, you might connect with just a lost brother or sister. There's so many things that you can experience, and then you meet a lot of good people who have paved the way, that used to live in the diaspora, that's here doing great business, and have paved the way for more people, like Sister IMAHKUS of this One Africa establishment. So it's an incredible place, incredible energy, and you have to be here to really truly understand. I mean, we have tons of videos, pictures and things, and we're going to flood the internet with more, but it still doesn't capture the energy, because you have seen those videos, those pictures and things on a website and Facebook, but you see the different experience. So I want everyone to come and experience for themselves.
Okay, and you mentioned earlier that in the 5 years that you've been doing this, you've helped to bring across at least 100 people.
Yes.
So let's average that and say 20 per year.
Yes.
Which is
fair.
not a bad number.
That's fair.
And your tours, you do like 2 tours per year?
We do 1 to 2, and that's based on what we can kind of network on the market to bring interest. So right now we're doing July 2011, and then the next one is October 2011.
Okay, so tell us what your typical 2-week itinerary looks like. Say I've never been to Africa. I'm curious, maybe it's Ghana, but you always go to Ghana. So I want to come to Ghana, and I want to go with Africa for the Africans. What is your typical 2-week itinerary for me to say, okay, yes, this is the tour that I want to go on?
Yes, all right, the 2-week itinerary is going to give you 12 days in Ghana, 10 full days on itinerary, and 2 free days or open days at the end. You're going to have 2 business investment conference, so if you have any interest in want to get business registration, want to learn about real estate, want to learn about any kind of business opportunity, whether it's doing stocks, bonds, treasury bills, we'll have those things for you and be able to guide you in the right directions. And those are a lot of things we're doing ourselves, so we'll be able to really connect you in the right direction. You'll get a chance to explore Ghana in 4 regions. Ghana is made up of 10 regions, and we'll go to the 4 southern or closest region to the Atlantic Ocean. We're going to go to the Accra region, which you're going to get a nice welcome into Accra or into Ghana. The second day on that, you're going to get a full city tour with a whole lot of Pan-African history. The second region, you're going to be able to enjoy paradise on a beautiful resort, Africa waterfront. You're going to be right there on Lake Volta, and you're also going to have some opportunities to see some beautiful sustainable homes and get a chance to go up to Fianca and visit the land that's been set aside for our people to return to Ghana for the purpose of nation building, because you have to have land, it's the base of independence.
Okay, so you pretty much make sure that they have the investment portion, the social portion. Of course, they do the nightlife. They get to see all the tours. And I'll tell you, this store is a good tour. A whole lot of shopping. Let's not get into the shopping, because I think my bank account has a big dent in it. But it's so worth it, because you're right here where everything is authentic. So you go crazy, and that's a low, because we're in Africa. So let's talk a little bit about what you do when you're not running Africa for the Africa. What is it that you do in your regular life?
It's a 24-hour business operation, because one of the things is you want to start early. We usually have the tours 10 to 12 months out ahead of time. So I'm on the phone, on the email, on the Facebook, tuning up the website to market whatever tour we're doing, trying to get ads, trying to get articles out to different magazines, out in Atlanta network, working the flyers, hitting social or nightlife, connecting with friends, making deals with people to, so people come for whether it's free or half price, 25% off, working out the numbers. So it's, it's an all day, but how I make, a living is I'm an IT technician, and I have a 20-year background in technology, maintenance and technology, from electronics and electrical systems to aviation maintenance systems to information systems, graphics, websites, computers, printers, networking, and the whole background. So that's that's a full job every day, and look to kind of build a business enterprise from that here in Ghana, and link with my friends that have accounting, business management, real estate background, and so on, professional business background, so where we can formulate ourselves as a technology and business enterprise that provide unlimited amount of service, which is how we'll cover which is how we'll pay the cost of running our business enterprise and pay our employees and ourselves to be able to sustain ourselves here in Ghana, because this is the life you want to live, and you want to do do what you like to do best.
Okay, I have a couple more questions. Now, I want you to talk primarily about, I know you have to be working very hard to collaborate with the folks who are on the ground in Ghana in terms of getting the hotels, getting the tour guides, getting everything organized, so when you hit the country, everything is set. Talk a little bit about your relationship with Sister IMAHKUS, who is the owner of this resort, over the years.
Yes, over the last 5 years, we always book our reservations. We have always locked down all of the 6 chalets, and and for the most part, we've also locked down the additional building on this side about three times. And we come in, we bring good business, build strong relations, and we have this whole networking. We look out for each other, keep things in the family as much as possible, and just we have the same vision and goal to work together to build a Pan-African nation and work towards citizenship, for our people. So it's been a beautiful relationship, and we just work continuously throughout the year, and I'm just excited to know her and be a part of be a part of that historic journey for our people.
Awesome. Now I'm going to ask you one more question. This is a personal question.
Sure.
And I want you to tell the people who are watching Pep Talk from wherever they are, we're in 21 Caribbean islands and all over.
Wicked.
You're Jamaican.
Yes, yes.
So I told them when I came here, I've known for a long time that if there's any African country that I'm from, it's Ghana.
Right.
And when I got here, I felt that connection. Have you felt that connection, that this is where you're from?
Yes, I feel that every time more and more and more. The first time, it just it was just natural, especially when I saw the Aki trees.
I haven't seen them yet, but...
Yeah, and Shelly from the Rocktop Beach Hotel in Winneba, which is about an hour from here, she grows Aki tree. Their family's from the Caribbean, and I always miss out. So I called her yesterday, so she's gonna let us know when the next time the Aki season work in Ghana, so we can kind of plan around that time.
Okay.
To just have Aki, because people in Ghana do not use the Aki as far as what I know. Maybe some people eat it naturally.
Okay, and I know I said one last question, but I
I
have one final question, because we're going to talk to Sister IMAHKUS. But why should anyone come to Ghana, and in particular with Africa, for the Africans? What are you offering that's different from any other tour company? Why they should choose you if they decide to come to Ghana?
You're getting a personal tour leadership from Bomani Tayemba, who have been here 5 times over and have written the itinerary and adjusted it in every single which way to make sure that our people from the diaspora get the greatest experience possible. And if they want to do anything more than just the roots and culture, we got their back, and we have things in place to take them there. And we look to also open up what we're building to other people, as far as someone that we love their energy, they can come write their own position and kind of create something for themselves, because this is a business enterprise, and we professionally treat it that way. And we're here to make sure that everyone have a chance to just get a nice welcome in. So we have a top-notch staff, great security, great organizers, and a great hotel staff. So we keep this, most of the time, for the most part, we've kept the same hotels over and over, and we've built relationships. So it makes it a more special journey when you return. So you're going to get the utmost special treatment based on our professional experience, and every year we just step it up a notch, a notch, and a notch. So
that's awesome. And I don't normally do this on my show because I don't want to seem biased, but I'm in Ghana primarily because I came with Africa for the Africans, and this is a wonderful first-time experience. I want to applaud you for the great work that you're doing. That's the Ghanaian thing again. And again, if you'd like to find out more information on Bomani or Africa for the Africans, the website is simply africafortheafricans.org. Stick with us. We're going to be right back, and we're going to be rapping with Sister IMAHKUS, and I can hardly wait. We'll be right back.
Shining bright forever and ever. Come on and move away them dark clouds. Shining bright forever and ever. Oh, yaga, good. Sons of Africa, shining bright. Sons of Africa, forever and ever. Sons of Africa. Oi, oi, son.
Welcome back, everybody. I am so happy. I am in One Africa Resort, and I'm leaving today, so I'm really sad, but the experience has been totally incredible. And this sister who I'm going to interview, I actually interviewed her on my radio show while she was in the States, and it was just not enough time. But it was enough time to let me know that this had to happen. And when I met her, I felt like I've known her for all my life. You know those connections that we're talking about. And I'm happy to be in her presence. Welcome to Pep Talk, sister. I know how the Ghanaians do it, but we gonna do it like the French.
I don't shake hands, okay?
Okay.
I think, shaking hands is a little bit too European.
Okay.
You have to be close.
Close.
You know? Serious business.
I like that. So, Sister IMAHKUS, I've known so much about you for a while because I made it my point of duty to look you up. And I don't typically do that, but I was intrigued by your personality. And then I came here and I'm totally astounded. I mean, words can't express how joyful I am to be around here in your spot. This place is incredibly beautiful. We wanted to shoot by the seaside, but of course we would be competing with the ocean. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Prior to coming to Africa to settle, what was your life like back in the United States?
Well, since 1979, I really just became, I guess, kind of nomadic. I just took off and started wandering around. You know, there are things that happen in your life that make you suddenly make decisions. And that was what happened. I had a severe tragedy that made me take a look at where I was, where my daughter was, who was 19, who had died, where my granddaughter, who had died on the same day, and my grandfather, who was 84, had died on the same day in separate incidences, and there I was. And it just woke me up to the things that are going on around us. How important are they? Who is most important in this? And the answer came to me. So I just took off. I just felt like I didn't want to be responsible for anything or anyone, and I wanted to charter courses that I'd never chartered before. So I went to South America, I backpacked, I did things that black people don't do. You know, white people say, oh, what are you doing here? I was backpacking and I was finding myself. And I ultimately came back. You know, you go full circle. My king man and I had broken up, but we got back together when I came back to America, and we ultimately jumped the broom. You know, it's like, yes, okay. You know, you're in love with somebody for so long, but then you feel like, God, this love is smothering me. I can't stand it. And it wasn't that it wasn't good. It was the best. But I needed to be free for a minute. So when I came back, we jumped the broom and decided, okay, we're going to do business. So we opened a travel agency and a car service because he likes to drive. And I'm sitting in my travel agency one day. It's hot. The Italians had been in there demanding $100 for garbage pickup, and I didn't make $100 worth of garbage. Air conditioning wasn't working. Brothers were on the street selling drugs in front of my place, running my customers away. And then walks this guy and says, I'm a chief. I said, yeah, right. And I'm Pocahontas, okay? Now, what the hell is it? What? Not today. And he says, oh, no, I'm really a chief. I said, yeah, okay, brother, leave your information, okay? And I'll get back to you, because I can't handle it today, okay? So he went away, and I checked it. And I checked another agency, and sure enough, there was this trip going to Ghana. And this guy was really a chief. I said, oh, okay. I got in touch with the people, and that's how I met Cohen and the others. Came to Ghana. I got to Ghana, I couldn't believe it. I was in Africa. Big black men with AK-47s, and I was like, oh, shit. They're going to kill us. And then I thought about it. I said, now, you don't panic with white men with guns in America all the time, aiming at your head. So why are you freaking out with this? So I said, no, I'm just cool, cool. And finally, getting through that, coming down here, because we didn't want to stay in the city. Went to the first place, they had stone beds, literally, concrete beds. Said, no, that's not happening. So we did find a place, and the place we found was down the road from where I am today. And so we stayed, and I had that experience in the castle dungeons. And it was as though, there was that fear first, and it was anger, and I started crying and screaming, and I heard all these voices screaming and crying, and then I felt, hands on me that just kind of soothed me and said, it's okay, it's all right, you're home, it's all right. And when I came out of that dungeon, I knew that I would never be the same person again. Okay. My ancestors put something on my shoulders, and they said, we give you this responsibility, and we will give you the desires of your heart, but there's something that you have to do. So I listened. I came here on this land, not knowing that this is where I would ultimately wind up, looking at the Cape Coast Castle, the Elmina Castle dungeons, and I thought to myself, Creator, my mother, my father, I want to put a house over here, and I want to walk out my door every day and see the Elmina Castle dungeons in the distance. That should be my job, to keep watch, so I could send out the warning if they try to come back here again.
And that was when? When was that?
That was in 1987.
Okay. And when did you formally come and do One Africa Resort?
Formally, my husband and I moved here in 1990. Okay. And the year before we moved, he had been made a chief in our village. And our village, unbeknownst to me and him, gave him this land that I stood on in 1987.
Divine intervention, we like to call it.
Yes.
And I'll tell you that this premises is wonderful. I mean, in terms of the furniture and everything, we're like, oh my God, is she selling that? Because everything is so Afrocentric. The vibes, I mean, the people, of course, and you have a kind of communal living where the people who work for you actually live here.
Right.
When you were thinking about this space, what did you have in mind? What did you want folks like myself who came to visit to leave with after an experience at One Africa?
I wanted to create an African village type setting where we could come into an environment where there was no telephone, no television, no air conditioner, and that we could really get in touch with who it is that we are, so that we could hear the small voice within that we can't hear. We go, we'll listen to the radio, we'll listen to hip-hop, to this, to that. So that when people left here, they actually felt like, yeah, God, I've been in paradise. And it is paradise. And we built it, as the Ghanaians say, kakra kakra, small, small. You buy some cement, you put it down, you build some blocks, you buy some more cement, you build some blocks, you put it up, until you have enough to build up a wall. So we've done that. So for the past 21 years, we've been building. And I'm happy to say, hallelujah, even though my son is insisting that we put up some more chalets, I don't want to build anything else.
Okay.
We now have 10 rooms.
Okay.
Okay. All named after our ancestors. And it was ironic that a sister went into Queen Mother Moore's place. It was her birthday, and Queen Mother Moore is her, that's her favorite person. We didn't organize that.
No.
So when you come to One Africa, things happen here. People meet here that haven't seen each other in 25 years. People get married here. We birth babies here. We hold weddings. We sprinkle ashes. Do not bring any more ashes to One Africa, okay? We help people dispose of ashes at sea. So we're here, and to be able to show people that you could also do this.
Right. That was going to be my next question, because a lot of people who are watching, their taste in America. You know, they have their
Unsafe.
3 million jobs, whatever,
Mhm.
pushing to make ends meet.
Yes.
And they think about coming to Africa. We know what the media depicts Africa to look like. It's nothing like that, trust me. All right, take it from me. And so they get these images in their head that they're coming to a subpar place.
Right.
And this is not going to be paradise, and I'm going to have to live this kind of way and go back and go back and go back. But going back to basics is not necessarily a bad thing.
Absolutely.
It's a great thing. So what would you say to folks in terms of the challenges, the land acquisition, the setting up a business in Ghana, being a U.S. citizen? What's that process like?
Difficult.
Okay.
Unfortunately. It is not as easy as we're led to believe, but it's possible. One of the ways to come into the country and to be able to set up businesses, either you come in as an investor, $10,000 and a Ghanaian partner, or $50,000 and you can do it on your own. That gives you permanent residency but not citizenship. And see, that's our big argument with the government at this time. So when we came in, we had a non-governmental organization sending Ghanaian children to schools, sponsored by Africans coming out of America, not white people. We said no white people can sponsor Ghanaian children, not in our program. So we have successfully graduated 20 students from daycare through university. So if a person wants to do business, my suggestion is, first of all, you need to come on a tour, like you're coming with Bomani. And the only thing that I have to say for Bomani, he needs to make it a little bit longer.
Especially in Africa for Africa.
Especially in one Africa. Because everybody
One
gets
Africa,
here, and
right.
you generally have to put them out. They're like, Bomani's running around saying, let's go, let's go. And they're saying, he's sitting back like this. I didn't have my tea. You know, I got to go to the ocean. I got to get my name. And he's saying, oh, we got to go to the next spot. So my recommendation to him is that he tack on a little bit more time, okay? And bring his business conference to One Africa so we can do business conferences here. That'll give us a few more days to hang out.
And you know, a lot of you who are watching, we do have a live studio audience. And a lot of those are the people who are on this tour, and they're in the background going, yes. So Bomani, I know you're out there. We absolutely love this resort. This is like paradise personified. And you know, we are going to come back and spend longer. But let's talk a little bit about your family structure. You spoke about your king man so lovingly. We were in your museum last night. We saw all these wonderful images. When you talk about him, you just light up like a Christmas tree, even though you might not celebrate Christmas. But talk about that love affair that you have in a nutshell. I mean, you're still connected to him even though he's transitioned. Let's talk about that love story.
You know how you love someone, how you have a friend. And we started out as friends, we became lovers, and we remained friends. And I've never in my life had anyone to make me feel the way he made me feel. Physically, psychologically, sexually. My thing is, if it got better than that, I didn't want none. Serious. I might have a heart attack.
Oh my God.
Okay. So,
let's take a sip for that one.
yeah, let's get a drink on that one, girl. So,
and let's cheer for that one.
And let's cheer for that.
Awesome.
Every woman, every man should have that kind of relationship. So when he transitioned, one of the things that he said to me just 2 weeks before he died was, Ima, if I go before you, I don't want no big hoopla and fighting thousands of people, all the rest of that. I want you to wrap me in a white sheet, dig a hole in my yard, and throw my ass in. Well, he is over there in his yard, okay? And what can I say? It don't get no better than that, okay? So, you know.
It's obvious that the love that you guys share is still with you. It's just amazing. So, we're going to wrap up soon, but I know you've written countless books. You're a celebrity, even though you might be a little modest. You were on CNN with Anderson Cooper. You've met so many presidents. You've been all over. And now you're on Pep Talk.
Yes.
So that's another great thing.
Yes, check that out, sis.
So, I came here and I was also in the capacity of being their fitness instructor in the morning, but Ima actually does a mean exercise thing in the morning. Talk about this whole fitness thing that you have going on. At your age, you look great, whatever age that is. Women don't talk about their age, but
I don't mind.
let's talk about this chi energy thing. When did you
Yeah.
start cultivating that habit?
Qigong, several years ago, I saw it in a magazine, and it talked about the movement of energy and the ability to be able to heal oneself. So consequently, our resort has kind of changed its focus from just being a guest house to being a health resort and wellness center, so that we spend some time on ourselves. I mean, we still party like, we got down last night.
Oh, we got down
okay,
last
we
night,
did.
for real.
But that we take some time to heal our minds and to heal our body. So, and it's a whole lot of other things, just the food, and I think most of you will attest to the fact that the best food that you will eat is going to be at One Africa, okay? That's not me.
I can attest to that.
I'm quoting my many satisfied customers. That's why I got that sign up there.
Oh, yeah.
I have a sign. The sign says, "This ain't no fast food restaurant." Now, either you sit down, get in a hammock, visit the museum, go to the beach and relax and wait for your food that could, now remember, could take 2 hours. It really doesn't take 2 hours, but it's going to take at least an hour and a half. This way the sign keeps you off my neck, me off the kitchen's neck. But when I get on them, they don't go fast. Like, America, you say, get it in, get it done. They run around like this. Here, they back up. You say, what? So I don't bother them, they don't bother me, and you don't bother me. You read the sign. If you don't agree, you could go someplace else.
Awesome. The living is easy right here. We love it. It's the perfect place to come and do a wedding, come to do a birthday. Just come to relax, man. This place is
Have
like
a baby.
have a baby. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. It's the perfect place to come and have a baby.
I delivered my first baby in chalet number 1.
Really?
Yes.
So you're also a midwife.
Yes, I delivered my
goodness.
son Shabaz's baby.
Tell me something that you don't do, because you seem to be doing so many things, and all of them very well.
I don't know. I
Okay.
just do it as it happens. See, in my relationship with my husband, he suggested, I implemented. So I'm a facilitator. If you don't want it done, don't mention it, okay? Because I will go out there and do it.
Okay. I'm going to have you a few more questions. Now, we went into your wonderful museum last night. Very nice space. It's just beautiful. And you had so many things on the walls, and myself and many people were totally awed. We had so many questions, but we kind of were taking it in while you gave us the guided tour. And you have so many things on your wall. How long have you been acquiring these things to put in that museum space?
Probably about 40 years, because I started when I lived in America, and I've always liked to have those kind of things around. I've always thought that it was important for us to maintain contact with our history. And it just has gradually grown and grown and grown. So when I left America, I packed my box and I brought all of those things with me. I previously was the assistant curator for the Black Inventions Museum, traveling around the world. So I'm like this. If I see it, I can frame it. Okay, I laminate it and put it in a frame. Some things I have are original, but it's really important for us to maintain our connection with our past so that we know where it is that we're going for the future.
Awesome. And I'm telling you, I had an education last night. I mean, sometimes you hear about folks, but when you see it on a museum like yours, you're like, oh my God, that's that guy. And everything starts coming together.
Yes.
So I want to thank you for everything that you do so effortlessly.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to thank you for having this wonderful establishment, One Africa Ghana. And I know you have written some books, so just tell us briefly about the books that you've written so folks can get them if they need them.
Okay, my first book is called Points to Ponder. Points to Ponder is a travel guide. How do we get ready to come to Africa? Most people don't have a clue. And because of what Africa, they've told us, we used to bring toilet paper, soap, water. That's not the case. So my book prepares you for coming to Africa the right way. We tell you what the travel agency doesn't. My second book is entitled Returning Home Ain't Easy, because it was not easy, but it sure is a blessing, and it continues to be a blessing. And our latest book, which just came out last year, is called Abapu, He or She Who Was Taken Away but Has Returned. And that's who I am. I am an ascendant not a descendant. Remember, power to define. Descend is to go down. Ascend is to rise. So we are ascendants of those ancestors who crossed those waters to the other side. And I have returned to the land of my ancestors.
Oh my God, you gave me some serious goose pimples.
Oh, you do have
Yeah, you see, that was so touching, and I also have returned.
Yes.
So, I mean, the next time you see me on Pep Talk again on the continent, I will be back at One Africa Resort,
And I'll be glad
talking
to have
again,
you,
Christmas time. And one last thing before you leave, please tell them the website that they can go to get more information.
Website is www.oneafricaghana.com. The email address is oneafrica_Ghana@yahoo.com. And just let me say, my website is popping. And the reason that it's popping is because of Brother Bomani, who is the IT technology. People go to my site even if they ain't coming. They keep going back. I said, what do you say? Girl, turn our site, dun, 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 music, and pictures, and this. I said, how about making a reservation while you're at it, okay?
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we want to thank Sister IMAHKUS again. We want to thank the wonderful staff that you have here who have really taken care of our group.
They are wonderful.
Oh my God, we want to thank everybody who has ever been to Ghana and who is out there talking favorably about this wonderful space. And of course, I have to thank again our fearless leader, aka Bomani Tayimba, for bringing me and my crew to this wonderful space. Until next time, keep it locked to Pep Talk.
All right.
Thank you.
Oi, oi, sons of